Hi guys, Rob from Rob's Model Cars, and today's video I'm going to show you how to remove a resin model from its display base. Now over the last year I've had a ton of questions asking how to do this, so I'm going to show you today how to do it. Now this is a Look Smart Ferrari 288 GTO Evoluzione. You may have seen I recently did a review of this model, and I'm actually going to do a wheel swap on this model. I'll show you how to do that, but I'll do that in another video. So today's video I'm just going to show you how to remove one of these resin models from these display bases. Now it's going to vary a little bit with manufacturer, the style of base they use. Some manufacturers have like a black felt bottom, and you can actually feel where the depressions are, where the holes in the base are, where the screws go through. This Look Smart one's a little bit different. It has a thicker material base on the bottom. But first thing you want to do, you want to find out where the screws go through. So if you can see here these two black lugs, that's just a hollow black plastic tube, and the screw actually goes up through the middle of that and into the model car. So that gives you a pretty good idea. You can sort of follow in line where it is and feel for the screw head. Now this one's got two screws at the back. There's actually one in the front as well. You can see just through there. It's just in the center of the nose. So that gives you a pretty good idea of where it is. So in the case where the model has a thin base and you can actually feel where the screw head is, you can just grab your X-Acto knife and just basically cut a little circle around where the screw depression is, pull that piece of material out, and then you will see the screw head. Now these Look Smart models, as I said, have a slightly thicker base material on there, and we've actually got to completely remove this to access the screws. So what I do in this case, I want the model upside down, but rather than sit it on a cloth or something like that, I'll actually use either the acrylic display case. This model actually didn't come with an acrylic display case, but if you've got a model that comes with an acrylic display case, put it upside down and then actually put the model inside the display case, so upside down as the model came. Now this Look Smart model only came with a black cardboard sleeve. So what I do is I put the sleeve back around the model and then carefully flip the model upside down, and that way I know it's pretty stable. Now I do still sort of hold it on the side so the model doesn't fall onto its roof. And then you can continue to use a little bit of pressure and you can actually pull the base, the lower section of the base material off. Now I think a lot of the time they use either hot glue or double-sided tape. These Look Smart bases usually use double-sided tape, so you can see on the outer edge here, this is just double-sided tape. Now in most cases you can just stick that back down onto the base and it will hold its shape. It is only just a piece of thin cardboard wrapped in vinyl, so that's all it is. So you can see that that's pretty easy. MR and BBR style models are the same, and that is how easy it is to remove the lower section. Now you can clearly see the three screws that hold the model in place. So what I'll then do, I'll flip that over, I'll remove the black cardboard sleeve again, and now is where you want to be a little bit careful. So I'll actually hold the model and I'll find the screws and then unscrew the model. Just be careful when you're holding the model that you don't break the delicate pieces off, like the side mirrors. They're the first things usually that will get broken off. I just loosen all three first before I take any of them out. And you can do that with your screwdriver. When they're loose enough, you can actually unscrew them by hand. Now I concentrate more on holding the model here, not too worried about the base. And then when you've unscrewed them enough, you can pull it away. And that is the model removed from the base. So as you can see in the floor of the model, these are where these screws go through. So when they cast these resin bodies, they actually have a solid piece of resin in here where they know they're going to mount it to the base, so that when they ship these models all around the world, they usually don't come away from the bases. So that is as easy as it gets to get the model off. If you want to remount it on another base, you can actually use this old base and mark out the distance of the holes, drill those into the new base. I will do that. I will actually mount this model on a new white leather base. And otherwise, if you want to display it in your display case without the base, then just put the base and the screws back in the box, display your model as you'd like to without the base, and then if you ever want to sell your model later on, you can reverse procedure and just screw that model back on. So that's it for today's very short video on how to remove a resin model from its base. Be sure to stay tuned for more tips and tricks about models, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. Don't forget to smash that like button, and feel free to share the videos also. So as I say, I am going to do a wheel swap on this model, so stay tuned for that video, and I'll show you how to pull some of this resin model apart and actually how to do a wheel swap. So it's not the hardest thing in the world to do, and hopefully a few more of you guys will give it a go. So until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.